So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, Peter, you can dress it up any way you like, but we all know what we're in for.
And there's no point trying to pretend otherwise. No disguising the edginess that's swirling around us here.
No, these teams only know one way to play each other.
It is a true heavyweight clash. We are just getting started. That is a brilliant interception.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well read, nice interception. Çalhanoğlu. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Federico Di Marco is someone I consider to be an elite fullback. Even in Italy, where...
That could spell trouble. Marlon. Now there's... And he shoots! Diouf. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, good spread. And it's Denzel Dumfries.
That's good play from him. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that's the keeper's ball. Celik, pressing high and with purpose. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Marlon. And that interception was most necessary. He read... Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's had a shot! Di Marco. Pellegrini. Angelino. Takes a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Pretty robust defending. Inter definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
De Vrij gets a foot in here. Could move up a gear here. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's with the keeper. Mancini. Celik. Approaching the half-hour mark. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Diouf. Mkhitaryan. Knocks it into space. Lovely, now then. Good read, needed to be. And he's been shifted off it. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cristante. That's a sharp pass. Marlon. And the shot! It's there! And we have liftoff!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
He's in a great position here. Pellegrini.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That's a throw. Celik. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Tries to play it through.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Can he finish? And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So that's 2 now without reply. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pellegrini. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. That gets us going once more. Mkhitaryan. And it's Diouf.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's good play. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Pellegrini. And he's cut it out. Çalhanoğlu. Diouf. To Çalhanoğlu. DiMarco. Now what about this cross? Cristante gets across to intercept that. Angelino has created 1 goal already. Oh, well measured. He's got away. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Stefan de Vrij. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And Diouf. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Shot could be on. Strokes it back. Well, that's an excellent interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Marlon unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mancini gets over and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. And the finish! Dumfries. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And Bastoni. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Oh, shooting chance! Pellegrini. Cristante. Çalhanoğlu makes the interception. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Marlon. Nice control. And it's Cristante. And he was alert to it. Diouf. Bastoni. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. Ndika kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Celik. Pellegrini. He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And they win it back again. And they can counter here.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Thuram. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Ferguson. Dybala. Dybala! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Soulé. Great vision. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Good ball, good take. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Thuram.
Inter are stuck in central station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Now it's Zaragoza. Decent chance! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Roma really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in
And so the calm before the storm. Again, this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be, all stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game...
Can he finish? McAllister. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Has a look and plays it forward. Šeško. Now that's well seen too. Gravenberg. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Goes for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Out for a throw. Dorgu. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Tries to play it through, thinks about the shot. The ball has bounced loose now. Can he get on the end of this? And the finish! Goal! Manchester United! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
He's going for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Diogo Dalot. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Gravenberg gets across to intercept that. And here's Isak. Now it's Jones. Tries a measured ball. Tries a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's McAllister. Liverpool are very much applies the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Now, can they get him away? Šeško is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Casemiro. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Played in with purpose. Szoboszlai looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lisandro Martinez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Chooses to go cross-field. Back where it came from. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Manchester United can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Fletcher gets a good foot in there. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Dorgu getting forward. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Jones absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Frimpong crosses it in. And that's the keeper's ball. Diogo Dalot. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Everyone, please welcome to
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So straight into the second half.
Manchester United definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Robertson. Casemiro. Dorgu. Dorgu scooting forward to Bruno Fernandes. Still just a single goal between the sides. Nice interception, well timed. That's really well cleared. That'll be a throw. And it's played in. And it's Bruno Fernandes. This looks promising. Oh, good-looking ball. Played out to the left flank. He's found a way through. Chiesa. It's a good-looking delivery. Corner given. Corner number 2 then. Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a pretty loose pass. Fletcher. It's played through for him. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. De Ligt makes the interception. Bruno Fernandes. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United's clear.
He's having a shot! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 30.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 38.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Substitutions taking place.
Manchester United perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Casemiro. Can he get it through? McAllister. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Mohamed Salah receives it in a wide position. And out it comes again. Can he spark a counter here? Ugarte. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Robertson. Gravenberg. And it's McAllister. Gakpo. McAllister. And Gravenberg. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Gakpo. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Liverpool truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's fabulous. Szoboszlai. Mohamed Salah. Nicely weighted ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Casemiro. Now it's Mount. Gravenberg.
There will be 1 minute.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. Isak. And that is as far as it goes. Manchester United can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. He's having a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever.
Oh, great leap! He's trying to hit the front line here. And the counter is on. Bremer. And it's Koopmeiners. Bernal. And Koundé. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. McKennie wins the duel this time. Koopmeiners. Now it's Vlahovic, and it's Koopmeiners. Vlahovic, McKennie. Can he finish? And no mistake. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he's whipped it across. And that's the keeper's ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's made its way to him. Plays a sharp little ball here. De Jong. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's Rafinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Spread it left. Kostic. Cross from Kostic. And it's claimed by the keeper. Martin kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Ferran Torres. Rafinha is onto this. Rafinha!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach.
Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front! That was a given. It always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Barcelona have their lead. Vlahovic, well read, and the danger is averted. Rafinha gets a good foot in there. Koopmeiners. That has not gone well. And it's Locatelli. Vlahovic. Turns back here, probably the best option. Bernal. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, that's superb. And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Towering header! And he's stuck it away! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And yes, it's him again. So again, we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now, can they get him away? It's come to nothing. McKennie. Koopmeiners. That is good alertness. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's McKennie. Vlahovic. And a chance! And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, this has been a half full of thrills, and the margins are tight. Just one in it, 3-2 at the break. So straight into the second half. He's through here. Great chance! Brilliant from Vlahovic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Kostic picks it up out wide. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. So can they do it again? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Locatelli. Can he get it through? Opts to play it back. Rafinha. And it's Pedri. Lewandowski. Oh, good-looking ball. Locatelli. That pass has been well intercepted. Rafinha.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
He's taking on the lot of them. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone...
Oh, he's having a go!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Pedri gets a foot in here. Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position, and he stands tall, impenetrable. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Rafinha looking to play it into the box.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Tries to get it clear. Vlahovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Hoisted. Bullish header! It's hit the crossbar. Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So now the difference is 3. Quality ball. Conceição. Shoots! Great football, shot and save.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No way through. Now it's Conceição. Vlahovic tries to play it through. Oh, well played, well played. De Jong. And it's Lewandowski. Kelly. Not the most convincing of passes. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Conceição. And that could set him on his way. And the shot... He's had a shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 18. Numero 5. Numero 22.
Now it's Yamal.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 20.
Agic.
Il numero 11. Il
Pedri.
numero 10.
Dani
il numero
Olmo.
21, il
And
numero
here's
19,
Rashford.
Il numero 17. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Nice control. This looks promising. That's good defending, very good defending. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rafinha, 2 assists to his credit already. And it's Olmo. Pedri. And it's Bernal. And here's Yamal. Lobbed in behind. Kelly getting this one clear. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked it up out wide. What a throw in. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Żegrova. He's picked his way through. Look at the space here. Brilliantly cut out. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedri. And it's Pedri. Now this could be a chance. Now he... Rashford! It is a very, very good save. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Yildiz. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, here we go. Brazil against Argentina. Surely the most seismic footballing conflict in the Southern Hemisphere. Strap in for the ultimate game of one-upmanship, where everything matters so much. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, it is not often that an international fixture so transfixes the whole of world football, but that is the case here. It is indeed a very, very special occasion.
Well, the one thing that can be said is that there really is little in terms of what the players need for motivation. The game against the team you do not want to lose to. This is a nightmare to predict for me. It should be tight on paper, but there are so many factors that come into play, Peter, that anything can happen here.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Knocks it out wide, and he whips it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Gerson. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the...
Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Argentina penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Paredes picks it up from the goal kick. Lo Celso.
Such good technique.
Montiel is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Gerson. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Argentina currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Tries to pass it through. Savinho. Lo Celso. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception. Looking for the run. And the shot! Well taken goal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Nice interception, well timed. Gerson.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, nicely intercepted. Fernandez.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, well measured. Gabriel. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the pass is intercepted. 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Fernandez. That's good vision. Well read, and the danger is averted. Rafinha. Now it's Neymar. Great vision. Oh, super ball. And Messi! Oh, the ball's cut. In he goes again. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Argentina could not have hoped for a better opportunity. Lucas Perry to save this spot kick and his team. Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's missed altogether.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Brazil choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
This is a promising build-up. Martinez.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Douglas Luiz. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's João Pedro. And that has put paid to that. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Neymar. Fernandez. Lo Celso. Fernandez. And he plays one through. Oh, good take in a good area. Picked out brilliantly. And a chance! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Argentina sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So right back into the action. João Pedro
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
João Pedro and Savinho. That has been cut short. Paredes. And it's Fernandez. Rafinha. That has ended up in no man's land. Tagliafico. Garnacho. Pass somewhat off target. Not the most accurate pass. Now that's a lovely exchange. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. A case now of complete control. Pinches it off him. Neymar. That pass has been well intercepted. Fernandez threads one in. Chance for a shot! Well taken goal. They are playing them off the park. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
60 minutes played. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Garnacho. Now it's Neymar. João Pedro. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's shifting through the gears here. And that's been won straight back. And this is... He's having a shot! No, that's just wide.
But it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Garnacho. Garnacho. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shapes to shoot! And that has flown over. And they're quick to get it back. Lo Celso. And it's Fernandez. Looking to play him in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Neymar. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Messi. Savinho. And it's Neymar. Knocks it into space. It's not an especially good pass, that. Paredes. Oh, they can break here. Spread to the right. Chance to deliver. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Savinho. Now it's João Pedro. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Carlos Augusto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, look at the space here. Big chance! And it's in! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. João Pedro. Now it's Rafinha. And he's managed to get free. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's superb. And this is Neymar. Lo Celso. Now it's Martinez. Can he get it through? Danilo gets over and intercepts. Garnacho. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rafinha. It's a pretty loose pass. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Fernandez. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Well, that has not gone well. Fernandez. Savinho. And that will be the final act. Argentina pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, he's having a go! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Dumfries. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy Morata is an interesting player, Peter, who has the look of a target man, but his game is all about making runs in behind opposition defences. And I like the fact that he can be creative too. You know, using that space to drop into and linking up with anybody breaking forward. And I think it's something we're going to see shortly.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And here's Thuram.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
That was mighty close. Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here, one each for now. And this is Morata. And this is Morata. Como have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Paz powering forward here, over to the right flank. Oh, that was vital. DiMarco. Morata thinks about the shot. DiMarco. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's picked his way through. Martinez has crossed into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Chance for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Morata in acres of space out wide. Lovely feet. Well, and the shot! He's delivered all right! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Como have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now he's got space here. Spread neatly. And he's picked it up out wide. He carries far too far and out of play. Very nicely done. And it's Mkhitaryan. Fratesi. Played through into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. Towering header. Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Como are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Kakare. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. He's had it taken off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Passes short and sharp. Can he get it through? And that is expertly dealt with.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Morata. Paz. Good running, strong and purposeful. The ball is loose and the chase is on. DiMarco.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Driving forward. Morata. They're urging him to shoot. He's rising! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so.
And that is indeed the final act. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Como will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And so the action is resumed.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Dink through, and that's a good ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid.
Fratesi! Goal! And they are right back within touch. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That is lovely. Tries one from range. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bastoni going forward. Thuram. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
Can he finish?
Cambio di giocatori.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 29.830 spettatori.
Nice looking ball. Chance to deliver. Impressive jump!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cacare. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And no, that was never going to make it. Nice bit of trickery. That could spell trouble. That's a cute ball. Martinez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Kempf. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That's a throw.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7, Morata.
Fratesi looking to
10,
add to his goal.
Numero 15.
It's come to nothing.
Numero 33.
Cacare.
Numero 38. Lasciano il campo per il numero
And it's
11.
Bacciorina.
Il numero 20.
Looking for options for movement. He's having a shot! Oh, good finish! And they are disappearing out of sight. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Como palpably stronger, better, superior. Goes for a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Luis Enrique. Cacare. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Fratesi. Into the last 5 minutes. He's having a hit! Zielinski. Moreno. He has found the way through. A real chance!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Oh, great leap! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Barella. Baturina, who does have an assist to his name. That's where it came from. That's the keeper's ball. And the number on the board is 3. And it's Baturina. Tries to play it through. Nice control. Driving on and making good progress. And we're done. Como can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity.
Oh, what a mistake! Oh, shooting chance! Oh, important interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Ruiz. That ball looks a good one. And this is Morata. Big chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible. And that was incredible.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Takes aim and crosses. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Fabian Ruiz.
Pedri, foot in. That has not gone well. And this is Morata. Pedri was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Ferran Torres.
Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Fabian Ruiz.
And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Looking for options for movement. It's a goal kick. Now it's João Pedro. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Rodri.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Takes a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a header! That's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now it's Williams. Savinho. And it's Pedri. Now it's Morata. And here's Ferran Torres. He's in a great position here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Pass somewhat off target. Douglas Luiz. And that has been slung wide. He's had it taken off him.
Rodri. Ferran Torres.
Douglas Luiz.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Nico Williams. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Cucurella.
Fabian Ruiz.
Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's a sharp little ball here. Ferran Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking here to chip it through. Good read, needed to be. And it's Ruiz. Bruno Guimaraes.
Brazil truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Douglas Luiz. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Fabian Ruiz.
It's Pedri. Nico Williams. Williams. And he's found a way past. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Pedri. Spain given another corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Pedro Porro is onto this. Pedri. Oh, this is a very good run. Out towards the flank. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Brazil really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Porro. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Picked out brilliantly. Douglas Luiz. Now it's João Pedro. Some resolute defending there.
Fabian Ruiz.
Rodri. And it's Guimaraes. Brazil still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And here's Morata. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. João Pedro needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Bruno Guimaraes. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
No, didn't quite have the weight on it. Marquinhos. Brazil have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And he's got the beating of his... Mabar! A real chance and a real let-off.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Savinho, Lenormand spots it and intercepts. And it's Ruiz. That looks a good ball through. Morata, and he's in on goal. And he's straight offside.
Fabian Ruiz.
Morata. It's Pedri, and he plays one through. He's in a good position here. And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Gabriel cuts it out. Neymar. Good play on the left-hand side here. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here.
Fabian Ruiz.
That's been cut out, well played. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Ferran Torres. And that's a good ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Ferran Torres. Now that looks a decent ball. João Pedro. And it's Douglas Luiz.
Ferran Torres.
Has found the net here, of course. And it's made its way to him. And it's Ruiz. And here's Morata. Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. Shot, surely! And there's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application.
There's the header! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Spain find a position of real strength there. It's Morata! And the keeper threw out a limb. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes.
And the shot! Semenyo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He won't be happy with that one. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal. Shoots! In he goes again! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature.
Great chance! And that's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this. Oh, a guilted Havertz! Now, and again! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Havertz. Oh, this looks sharp. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Merino, just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Threads one in. Now it's Haaland. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Oh, good-looking ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. Tries a shot! Loose ball. That's another chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, a very decent attempt. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Trossard. Almost half an hour in now. Vardiol.
Manchester really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And the ball is out of play. Tries to play it through, and this is Marmouche. Decent chance! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Haaland. And this is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Eze receives it in a good position here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's shifting through the gears here. Good ball, good take. Haaland.
There will be 3 minutes
And it's Marino.
added time.
Looking for the run. Vardiol deals with that comfortably. Haaland looking to add to his goal. Merino. And here's Trossard. Trossard. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Trossard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that signals the end of the first period. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
And there they are.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. And so the action is resumed.
Substitutions taking
Well
place.
played, that has snuffed out the danger. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's well spotted. Merino. Trossard. And here's Semenyo. Great vision. Haaland. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
No, it's come to nothing. Vardiol. Now it's Haaland. Vardiol has it out wide and in space. Martinelli. Trossard. Rodri. And it's Rodri. Saka.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now he's running away. And here's Havertz. Saka. Chance for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Arsenal have their lead.
Manchester really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Could be danger here. Big chance! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Merino. He's in a great position here. Knocks it into space. Now it's Martinelli. And he's managed to get for it. Header! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. And the shot! And a neat finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has two. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Eze, he's found a way through. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. How very smart. He just got it right.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Now it's Havertz. Can he get on the end of this? And he's found a way past. Now, can they get him away? Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Saliba. Gabriel. That has ended up in no man's land. Bernardo Silva providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, great leap! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Trossard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now this could be a chance. Chance! And that's a tidy finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Another one! This must be his personal high.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Oh, important interception. Now it's Semenyo. Rodri. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Saka. 5 minutes to add. Passing nice and neat. Nouri. Bernardo Silva. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We are just getting started. And here's Messi. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Dembele picks it up out wide. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, McAllister, is someone I see as the linchpin in this side. He's a playmaker who loves that little left-sided channel to release people further up the pitch. but I also like to see him play centrally at times. I think he's just very, very good in the number 10 position, and he's got a great understanding of that role.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Paredes makes the interception. Palacios. Now it's McAllister. Now it's Messi. He's in a great position here. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Great defending, strong and determined. Tries to play it through. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Now it's Mbappe. Olise. He's picked his way through. Shapes to shoot! McAllister. He has found the way through. Koundé. Camavinga. Now it's Messi. Alvarez.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And here's Mbappe. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's just beyond his reach. Rabiot. Camavinga. And claimed it back swiftly. Played out to the left flank. Dembele in acres of space out wide. And a chance! Goal! France! And we have liftoff! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Messi. The ball has bounced loose now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, this is Alvarez! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? France looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. And it's McAllister. He's under a lot of pressure there. Threads one in. No, that's overhit. Koundé. Olise. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's fabulous. Played into the box. Bullish header! That has ended up in no man's land. And he was alert to it. Alvarez.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's De Paul. Now it's Messi. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. France coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
France just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Oh, he's all alone, and the shot! And no mistake! And this is getting better and better. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Thuram, spread it left. He's found space here, and he's managed to get free. Martinez plays it long. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hernandez crosses. Oh, well played, well played. McAllister looking for the run. There's the shot! It's anyone's ball now. No way through, so tries one from range. And we have our very first corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Argentina have the chance to go the other way.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
So we've reached the hour mark. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Thuram.
Oh no, this does not look good. Good ball, good take. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.